Catty Connie and loudmouth Linda, keeping it real, no agenda. Satire, truth, and a whole lot of fun. Politics, crime, we get it all done. From breaking news to a joke or two, we do it our way just for you. We just can't make this stuff up. 1 year strong and we ain't gonna stop. Mic in hand, voices loud, shouting truth, making you proud.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. And all I hear, hey, Teddy.
Jinx.
Hey, Kim, ma'am. I'm glad you came in. Can tell you, I am going to get your stuff out to you this week. So, I'll probably mail it out Friday. Well, Clyde, it's so good to see you join us.
Good to see you, Clyde.
We're so glad to see you join us. You don't want to join us because we talk about Diddy.
You talk about Diddy. Daddy don't care about Diddy.
Daddy,
Bitty bitty Tootsie Roll.
yeah. Hey, how are you?
That's cool.
Betty Lou's got a new pair of shoes. I'm sorry, or is that or who is that? Lou. Isn't that Betty Lou has a new pair of shoes?
I don't know. Could be.
It could be.
There was a song, Betty Lou, I know that. But before we start, I want to apologize ahead of time. I'm coming down with something, so I sound nasally and I sneeze.
All good.
So
It's
I apologize.
all good. Look, Clyde is disappearing. Look, he's the invisible.
Okay, I'll sit still.
Okay, sit very still. Don't move.
Right.
Well, I move all over the place.
Right.
Hey, Spudsy.
Hi,
Good
Spud.
to see everyone. We're going to talk about the recap of the Diddy.
No Diddy. That's fine. Let's hear what happened to Diddy today.
What? Who?
Thank you.
Betty who? What are you talking about? So we got, extortion has now been put on the table.
Extortion.
Yep.
Extortion has been put on
$20,000
the
from
table.
Cassie's parents.
Right. They Diddy told Cassie's mom that he needed to recoup the $20,000 that he had put in to Cassie, and she needed to pay it. How about that? So she went and took a home mortgage loan on her home to pay Diddy off. That's extortion.
So pay him off for what?
Because he told her that if she didn't pay him the $20,000, he was going to release all of these sex tapes.
Blackmail, extortion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So apparently we have a troll.
Well, I know we've got some little moderators that know exactly what to do about that.
Yep.
Anyway, so there you go. So now we have extortion on the table.
Right.
We have kidnapping on the table. We've already talked about that.
Yep.
Because after he beat her and did all those things to her, he would lock her in a room and send people in. So that's on the table. So this RICO case just continues to keep growing.
Okay. Did anybody watch earlier today? Because this is stuck in me like the
ketchup.
stuck in
The
me.
ketchup.
What's stuck in me is this. They were not interviewing. They were questioning one of his ex personal assistants. And guess what name he dropped that used to come around? Barack Obama. Oh, yes, he did.
Yeah.
And it was when he was the president.
Mhm.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Yes, folks.
Yep. He was doing freak offs with Freak Off Obama.
Betty Lou.
Hey, Magic Mike. I wonder if Magic Mike. See, there's another one.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, you know what to do. You can take care of that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Right? I mean, wow. That's better than any Hollywood name you can give.
Well,
What?
him and Akeem Jeffries.
He was doing that too.
There. Now they're
There
gone.
you go. Yeah, Akeem Jeffries and
Yes.
Big Mike
Right?
and Obama.
I was
Is
just
it Big Mike Michelle?
absolutely
Huh?
what?
Big Mike's Michelle, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. I was absolutely flabbergasted
Hi,
when
Whoopi.
they dropped hi Wolfie. Well, I was flabbergasted when they dropped that the way they said it was even ex-presidents, and he said yes. And they're like, what presidents? And he said Barack Obama. Huh. Oh
Well,
my
cool.
goodness.
Well, was Barack Obama on the Epstein list? I don't remember if he was or not.
I don't remember if he was or
I
not.
don't remember. But then they also said, well, Trump's name was dropped too. I
Nah.
don't. I don't think it was dropped in the same kind of way as Obama's dancing around.
Yeah, but if you remember, Trump was hanging around with Epstein until he found out what he was doing, and then he parted ways.
Yes, he did. And then told him, hello, Whoopi. Um, told him that he would not be allowed to come to his golf course anymore because didn't he try to pick up somebody at the Trump,
Yeah,
one of those,
yeah.
one of the daughters.
I think he tried to pick up Ivanka or something
Yeah.
Jeez.
crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Diddy had drugs with Obama's face on them. I mean, come on. That's like creepy. The man is so creepy. You know, they say that, in the bottom of a water bucket or a rain barrel, there's scum on the bottom of the rain barrel. Well, there you go. That's Diddy, the scum in the bottom of the bucket. I mean, the one guy said, no, I am not. They said that, what was he called? The Punisher?
Yeah,
One of the exotic escorts' name was the Punisher. And he did his thing. And then he was getting ready to go. And Cassie came back out of the bathroom where she was with Diddy. And she said, can we finish now? And he said, I'm done. Well, here, we'll give you some more money. And they said, well, okay, so we're just going to do it one more time, right? I mean, this guy apparently was not into this at all, period. And he wasn't called the Punisher due to his sexual acts or whatever. He was called the Punisher because of how he played basketball on the court. You're just not impressed?
Not really. Keep going though. catching up on the news. So. Somebody might talk about it at work, so I'll need to know what the
You
heck's
got to
going on.
know what's going on with Itty Bitty Diddy
That's right.
and his freak off shows. Go ahead.
No, I mean, well, like we were talking earlier, about what he had to have had a security room that was out of this world, because he had cameras in every one of his rooms, and I'm sure it wasn't just one camera. I'm sure it was multiple cameras,
Depending on how big the room was.
right?
Sure.
And if he was recording them, good golly, he must have had a room just for the tapes. And how stupid are you? How stupid are you? Yes.
Yeah, he wore a little mask like one of the Ninja Turtles. He was one of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And he sat in his chair behind his fake FICA tree and pleasured himself while everyone else, I mean, obviously he was not interested in women. Let's go there. Obviously, he's not interested in women of any kind. And poor Cassie was in love with him, and she wanted him to love her as much as she loved him. And that was not going to happen because he was into men. Oh, right, but see, here's the thing, Wolfie. He never performed in any of those freak offs. He directed them and told them how to do it while he pleasured himself in his little mask so that nobody could see who he was. It was his little Ninja Turtle mask. He sat over there. They said the one sex worker said that he walked in the door holding a bottle of Astroglide when was wearing his Ninja Turtle mask, and he was buck naked. And he went and sat in his chair by his FICA tree.
I don't know how a man could walk around naked for all the employees to see your itty bitty ditty.
He's a midget. You know what? He's a midget. Right? Tootsie Roll reveal.
Yeah.
You know, right. I mean, I'm telling you what, I just think that any person that is crazy like that.
Right.
You know, they said, well, his mother taught him to be that way.
Yeah.
Blame it on the mom.
Yeah, the mom taught him. Well, they said that the mom could put both palms on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
No new VIP names except for Barack Obama.
No VIP names. Who did I hear was going to testify that's coming up? There was another one. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me ask him. Let's see what Clyde says. Okay, because me and Whoopi have a bet.
Okay.
You think Diddy's going to get on the stand and testify?
He's arrogant enough, isn't he?
Yeah.
He just
you think he will?
That's what I said.
He's I think he thinks he's, that was his own personal business and he should be able to do whatever he wants to do behind closed doors. I think he really believes that. So, I mean, it's one thing to do that, but if it's extortion and he's, blackmailing people, that's a different story.
Well, that's all in the RICO case. That's all coming out. So I just think that they're going to whittle down the itty bitty Diddy, and then I don't think he's going to have the guts to testify.
He might drag everybody down with him, though. He's got names.
He
I don't
might.
know. We're
he
going to
might
find
go
out.
down
We're
with the names. You know, as time goes on, maybe he'll spill the beans
Mm-hmm.
and take people down with him.
Yeah.
Well, and he would
And that
be
might
the
be
nail in the
that might be
coffin.
part of a plea.
Not even necessarily testifying. He just might tell his attorneys,
Yeah.
this,
Right.
this one, this one.
Here's the drives, hard drives. Here's everything.
Well, there you have it all. The feds have it all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a matter of time before.
Well, that's what they keep saying about Epstein files too. But
Yeah, we never get to see them.
they're supposed to be coming out.
When?
Good question.
Someday.
Just like his list was supposed to come out and it got redacted.
Well, and it's the same list that we've already seen, and it's the flight logs.
Yeah.
You know what they said that they showed? Okay, so I was listening to a few things, and they said that there were pictures of Cassie where she looked so horrible that she looked like a sex trafficked young girl, and she looked horrible. And it broke everybody's heart.
Well, I mean, if she was taking drugs like she said she was,
Well, and then
taking
some.
uppers to do a freak off and taking downers to forget about it.
Can you imagine? Yeah, and to take ecstasy to enjoy it or whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. And then take opiates to go down. So you're absolutely right.
It's a sick. Yes. He was going to destroy her. He had no respect for her. He beat her in front of people. He spit on her in front of people. He had her do things and recorded her and blackmailed her with it. And you know, when the mother was extorted for $20,000 so that her daughter's sex tape wouldn't go public, she
Right.
took her loan and paid him off. She tried to hit him. The mother tried to hit Diddy because Diddy had Cassie's phone and he wouldn't give it to her. And she said, give him that. And she tried to smack him, but she couldn't get to him. I wish I had smacked him from here to tomorrow. You know what? Years, many years, many, and lots of therapy and a lot of, it's very sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad and he has no remorse for it. That's what's sick.
How old is this guy?
Did he?
55.
56.
Oh, wow.
He just turned 56.
Oh.
Wow.
He's old.
Mm-hmm.
And Clyde, did you hear that the night he was got arrested in New York, he was about to have a freak off?
Who? Did he?
That's why they arrested him, to stop the freak off.
Wow.
Yeah, he had all his baby oil, his cash, his drugs, and everything with him.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he thought, I'll have one more freak off before they take me to jail.
Right. Because he was supposed to turn himself in the next morning, and they arrested him. And I remember that, and because everybody was like, holy cow, he was supposed to turn himself in. Why did they arrest him? Were they afraid he was going to flee? No, he wasn't going to flee. He was going to do a freak off all night long. And
Right.
then turn himself in.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe. Whoopee, it's not pneumonia, it's limonia. You know, because Kim Porter died of limonia. And, you know, I heard last night, this wasn't testified because Gene Dill, for some reason, won't come up on the stand. But they said that Diddy put something in Kim Porter's drink before she went to sleep that night.
Probably did it more than once.
Well, she died in the night.
Oh, shit.
And she died of, they said, pneumonia, but everybody's calling it limonia. Yeah.
She
Yeah,
was
there's a lot of bodies there.
unalived. She was definitely unalived.
And so is Aaron Carter. And you said Usher said he's not long for this earth. And
Right.
he got Biggie and he got Tupac. And
Yeah.
he's got a list and his minions are,
Hmm.
you know, yeah. Oh no, well, if there's no doubt that he took out Kim Porter. He was the last one to see her the night she went to sleep, and they said he put something in her drink. This is according to Gene Deal. Why isn't Gene Deal going to testify, or is he? He said he wasn't. Why isn't Jaguar Wright going to testify?
Oh, we don't know that yet.
Right,
Gene
right.
Deal might have some stuff on Bonds and Diddy with the company.
This is true. They do. You're
Hmm.
right. They have many ways to unalive people that are
Yes.
non-traceable.
Yes.
And Itty Bitty Diddy was a professional. He was a professional freak offer and professional unaliver.
Right. Oh, you know what else I heard today?
What?
I heard that his daughters, are
Yeah.
not in court because they think that he is a sick pig.
There you go.
Well,
His twin daughters, and then he's got twin daughters, and then another daughter.
Well, the twin daughters, they said he is a sick pig.
Oh, well, that's why everybody feels. They'd be like, "Bye, Dad. See you later, you weirdo. You killed my. It's coming out. You killed my mom." Can you imagine how heartbreaking that would be? That all the evidence and all the receipts are coming out that you unalived their mom.
Right. Right.
Well, the twins better come up with a singing career or something because they're not going to have any money because, Diddy's not going to have any money. They're going to confiscate it all.
I was just going to say that, KMM. They'll probably end up changing their last name. So
Right.
because basically, those kids are now orphaned. I mean, I know they're not kids, but they're orphaned. Daddy's in jail and mommy's dead.
And grandma's taking care of them. The one that can put both palms on the floor.
That's a sad situation there.
That's disgusting. Clyde doesn't get it. He's like,
I don't get it.
okay,
Show him later, Connie.
She probably can't do it.
I can't put two palms on the floor. But yeah.
Okay.
He's like, okay, never mind.
You got it.
Okay.
Okay, enough said. See, I think everybody needs to have a man this wonderful that doesn't know about all those weird things.
So you guys are on the internet all day. There's something wrong here. There's a lot of bad stuff on the internet.
I don't know because he does have younger kids, doesn't he?
Well, he's got 10.
Right.
We've only seen what? How many? The twins, the one girl, and the two boys. The one they said, look, has a Tootsie Roll neck. I mean, that's what Jamal Peterson says. Oh, King Combs has a Tootsie Roll neck. Okay, well, we've seen him, and we've seen the other son, and then we've seen the twins, and then the girl. So there's 5 more somewhere else.
So they got to be with the mothers.
Or they're with the grandma. The grandma's not showing up anymore either.
Yeah.
Her fancy wigs and her fancy clothes. And
Do you think that it made her stomach turn when her found out what a freak that her son was?
I don't know. She was a freak.
Well, I know, but there's, freaky and then there's supreme freaky.
Kinky freaky.
Yeah. Hi, Donna.
Oh, Donna. Yeah, he's a kinky freaky. He's a kinky freaky freak off king.
It's so
The
sad.
freak off king.
So sick.
It is. You know what? Don't you kind of wonder what God's thinking right now? He's looking down and he's going, "Well, bad egg." You know, just like they did in Willy Wonka,
Yeah. Too bad we can't just put him down the chute.
right? Well, you know what? You know good and well as I'm sitting here with all the things that we hear, that he's going to be taken care of. He's not going to be living on the government for very much longer. He learned it from his mom, Donna. His mom owned a brothel. She was the, what do they call them?
Madame.
Yeah, she was the madam. But I don't know if she did total freak offs like this man.
Well, back in her day.
Getting both palms on the ground was enough. You know, I mean, you
That's
know,
something to be proud of.
right? Well, but Diddy was so proud of it. He bragged about it. He bragged. My mom can get both palms on the ground. Oh, he was so proud of that. I'd be embarrassed. Lawanda Lala Lane, Diddy's daughter's being looked after. Her name is Lala Lane. Is that her last name? Lane?
Like Lala would be a
Nickname.
nickname. Thank you.
Lawanda. Wow.
A close friend of Kim's.
Well, and the girls, the twins have like real close names, real similar names. I don't, you know. So all we heard today was from the escort, the Punisher. We heard from James,
Right.
David James. He's the one that met Obama.
Right.
Then and Cassie's mom, who flat nailed it. And they said when she was walking out of the room, she looked at Diddy, and if looks could have burned, she would have burned a hole right through him.
So did any of these people go to
And the other thing,
inaugurations and stuff for Obama too?
Diddy probably did.
I wonder if they.
I'm sure they did. Don't you think they went to the inauguration for Obama?
That's how they get introduced to freak offs.
That's right. Well, only certain people were lucky enough to get invited to the freak offs.
This is weird. I know they used to get a lot of entertainers going to the Obamas, and some pretty nasty stuff that they had.
I'm sure the Clintons went to the freak offs.
Well, Bill did. But I don't think Hillary. I don't think she's.
Oh, I bet you Hillary joined right in. In fact, that dress of Bill that's sitting on the mantle at Epstein's Island, where he's in that blue dress and the red high heel shoes, that's Hillary's dress.
How does he fit into it?
It wasn't zipped.
yeah.
Okay.
So, do you think the feds have talked to Barack?
I'm sure he has a pretty good idea.
But I mean, I'm just wondering if they talked to him and he weaseled his way out of it.
They could still indict him.
They're right. They could still indict him and bring him up and make him.
This is a federal case, right?
Right. It's
So-
a Fed case. Yep. Yep. They could bring him up and make him talk.
I'm sorry, I would love nothing more than to see that man behind bars.
Me too.
He destroyed this country and he put divide so far it threw everything back hundreds of years.
Mhm.
Teddy said he wasn't invited to no freak offs. Well, you know, Teddy, I'm telling you, I don't think, from what I'm understanding, they were a whole lot of fun. So you didn't miss anything.
I mean,
And that's coming from the freak off king himself, Diddy, the diddler.
I think he's probably the only one that absolutely loved the freak offs.
He did.
Because from the sounds of it, nobody else did.
Well, I mean, he wasn't even
Why were they even there?
participating.
Why were they even there?
Well, because he was sitting in a chair.
No, but the people didn't like it.
Oh, the other people probably were having a good time.
Money.
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 Sex workers were getting paid anywhere from $600 to $6,000.
Wow.
Right. And this one guy, the Punisher, got paid twice in one day. And he would carry bags of cash with him to these freak offs so he could make sure everybody got paid.
Yeah, and the James testified. Here you go, Connie. James testified. They asked him what was the essentials for Diddy to have on him at all times, and he said ketchup.
Yeah. He had to have ketchup on him. Now, can you figure that one out? Why he'd want ketchup on him all the time?
Would that be like somebody always wanting hot sauce?
Yeah, but why would you have to have ketchup at these freak off parties all the time?
I don't know. I can't imagine.
I mean, I guess it's better than wanting Tabasco, depending on where you put it.
Can't figure some of this stuff out.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
that's because our brain doesn't think like that.
right.
Dark like that.
Right.
You have to really get into the scum and the.
I feel my mind just deteriorating right now. I might have to go to church.
They said that Cassie had made so much money. She had a lot of money. She lived in this big high-rise apartment on the 17th floor, and it was very, very nice, and it was very elite, and she wore the best of the best, and she carried the best of the best bags, and she went and got massages and went to spas all the time and got her hair done and her nails done and yada, yada, yada. But she never had didn't have a bank account and never had any cash. Oh, and she drove a Jaguar because Diddy took that back from her. He stole her Jaguar. Yeah. Because she wasn't being cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
So he stole her Jaguar and drove off. Like Batman, the Batmobile.
There's always an evil.
Was the car in the corporation's name? Was the car in her name? Was the car in his name?
It was probably in Bad Boys because a lot of this stuff was in Bad Boys. Speaking of, now that you brought that up, one of them testified that when they applied or they went in and they interviewed for the job, they went into the office at Bad Boys to interview, and there's a great big picture of Diddy on the wall above the desk, and he said, "This is his kingdom, and this is who we serve."
Nice.
And the picture was bigger than Diddy. Because Diddy, come on, guys, I can't be. You know what? I'm going to look it up. You go ahead and talk for a second, and I'm going to look it up. I want to know how tall that man is, because I'll bet he's only 5 foot.
Yeah, Donnie, you're right. She was a kept woman, but not in the way a woman would want to be kept. I mean, yes, she had nice things, but obviously those nice things weren't worth what she had to go through to get them.
Wow.
What?
I think somebody's lying here. They're saying that Diddy is 6 foot tall. Really? Yep, 6 foot tall.
Huh.
Well, he doesn't look 6 foot tall because in the videotape of her, of him and Cassie in the hall. Well, then Cassie must be tall
That could very well be.
because she didn't have any shoes on and she didn't look like she was too much shorter than him.
Right.
So she may be about, well, I guess she was a model. She may be 5'11". How tall is Beyonce?
I think she's close to 6 foot.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So see, she may be 5'11". And that's why I figured, that's why I thought he was so short, because I thought that she was a lot shorter.
Right.
Wow. Wow.
But if she was a model, she had to be tall. She had to be over 5'9".
Nephew. No, I don't think he's an absolute. I mean, I think the average height of a man is about 6 foot, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, 5'10", 6 foot. Yeah, right there. No, Gene and Gene Deal is a big man.
Oh yeah.
He's a big man. And someone said Biggie was a big man.
Thank you, Donna.
Was
Cassie was 5'6".
who was 5'6"? Cassie was 5'6".
Yeah.
Wow, I thought
What
she was.
Wolfie said.
Wow. Well,
That's what
Wolfie,
it
maybe
says
she,
online.
and she was barefooted too, and he was too. Maybe they took his height when they put him on the internet when he had his elevator shoes on.
Maybe. Maybe. Hmm.
But tall women are giant Nephilims. Well, Big Mike is a big man. Big Mike is a tall man
Uh-huh.
and has big hands.
There's nothing dainty about him.
Yeah.
Or who knows? You know, he could be another itty bitty ditty. I don't know.
Well, they said that Ellen got in trouble for calling out the bulge
Oh
on Big
yeah.
Mike. Yeah. Yeah. Naomi Campbell's name comes to mind now. Oh, is she in? Oh, was she in the Freak Offs too?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Naomi Campbell was.
Hmm.
Wow. Have you noticed that? I mean, not to be racist, because this isn't a racist comment, but there was only one person that was Caucasian in this whole thing so far, and that was Kelly Morgan.
Hmm.
And I'm sure there'll be more. I mean, come on, there's got to be more.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was a handler, all right. He was a handler, and if he couldn't handle her, he had his minions handle her.
Yeah.
Slap her in line, keep her in line, keep her where I want her. Don't let her get away.
Yeah.
And then told the mother, "Give me $20,000 because this is as much as I paid for her."
Yeah. Right.
Well, what about the record album? What about the contract?
What contract?
She signed a contract with him and Bad Boy Records to have so
Right.
many albums put out.
Right. That's what I said, you know.
Yeah. Doesn't he owe her for that?
That might have been included in the lawsuit.
I think the prosecution is doing amazing.
Yeah.
They're doing amazing on this. But then you know what? The feds don't ever lose. They just don't.
Right.
You know, I guess my thing is,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And you know what? That was abolished many, many, many years ago. Um, I guess my thing that I wonder is, why did it take so long?
Uh, I don't know.
Why did it take so long to bust him and bring him to justice?
Who knows?
I mean, did he have people in his back pocket, the feds in his back pocket, some of them in his pocket?
Could be.
Sounds like it.
With,
Something was
with the
going.
Comey era, with Barack Obama's FBI and judicial system and all of them, he thought he was untouchable.
Right. Well, okay. So there's 8 years right there.
Hmm. Yep.
There's 8 years there, and Biden was 4 years. That's 12 years right there.
Right.
And Bush probably could have cared less one way or the other. And
Yep.
Clinton, you can guarantee, looked the other way. He was probably participating at that.
Right.
So I guess there are a lot of years there that people just overlooked him.
Yeah. All right. You know what, Connie? I gotta go. My eyes are itching and my nose is itching, and
And Linda doesn't feel good. She's came
well,
down with something.
I am coming down with something, but I just want to, because I don't want to be scratching my face and my eyes in front of all you guys. That would be embarrassing, because then my makeup would smear and then it look like something out of a horror movie.
No, you probably still look better than Cassie's looked.
That could very well be. Could very well be. Thank you, KMM. You guys, I love you. Make sure you hit like on the way out. And we will see you on Sunday. Connie, probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
during
going
the
to a little
day.
bit in the morning.
Okay. And if I can, yeah, I'm gonna try Benadryl now, because I tried other stuff and it doesn't seem to be working. So, and yes, I'm gonna go get some soup and I'm gonna go to bed.
And I'm going to close her out in about 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, enjoy. Clyde, help her.
Help me, Clyde, help me.
I just, yeah.
Look at the look on his face.
It's all
Thank
right.
you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend and be safe. Whatever you're doing, be safe.
Okay.
Honey, I love you.
I love you too.
And you have a good night. And
Yep.
I will speak with you tomorrow.
All right. Sleep
Good
well.
night.
Good night. Bring. Bring. There you go. And she disappears. And now you're in the big face. Now you have a big face.
I can't hide in the corner now.
No, you can't hide in the corner. Yeah, you know what? I hope the weather, you know what? Let's all say prayers for you guys up there in Indiana and Illinois and all those areas. I Donna was telling me about Kentucky had some horrible tornadoes and some of the cities were flattened. In fact, London, Kentucky, and that's for James. London, Kentucky. Hoo-ha, I thought you were going to jump out of the screen. No, I'm gonna, you know what? I am going to carry it on for the next 15 minutes. Let's get it to an hour. So I figured we could talk about how horrible the weather is. You know,
We're
God,
not getting any rain.
we're not getting any rain at all. And I just got a news alert that said that the biggest city that's by me is running out of water completely.
They said the combined lake levels is historically low right now. It just keeps going down, and
Oh, I will show that to him when we get off here. I will. I was playing D&D with Jamie, and yeah, I'll have to show you that picture. He'd start laughing. He'd like that. Yeah, I mean, we need rain. We need a lot of rain. We need rain. But you know, when we get this far, you know what helps us, right? You know what takes us out of the drought? You know what it is, right?
give us a tropical storm.
Yeah, please give us a tropical
No
storm.
hurricanes.
Don't give us a hurricane. We don't want a hurricane. but we'll take a tropical storm to get us out of this. You're at 43 degrees, Minnesota, 43 degrees,
Nice.
right?
We're waking up in the morning and it's 80 degrees
Yep. 80 degrees when we wake up.
with a feel like temperature almost 90.
Well, and today it was 117 heat index. How about that, guys?
Did you get that hot today?
It did. 117. I could go out there and fry an egg on the concrete.
Maybe not that hot.
And Indiana's having storms all week. And they're bad too. It's unprecedented weather.
Unprecedented.
Unprecedented weather.
Must be global warming or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah, global warming.
Climate
my
change.
Foot. Global warming and climate change.
Climate is
my
changing.
foot. I don't
Every
believe
year
any
it
of that.
changes.
I don't believe any of that. Maybe it's true, but I don't want to believe
It's
any
always
of that.
changing.
Everything's
For the
changing.
good, for the worst, and
Everything changes.
it's part of
Life
life.
in general
Mhm.
changes.
What makes them think that we can throw money at this world and make the climate not get any hotter or colder? I mean, they can't even figure out homeless. They throw billions of dollars at homeless people and can't get them off the street, and they're going to try and stop the world from getting hotter. I mean, it's just dumb.
It's mind-boggling,
Dumb.
isn't
They're
it?
wasting our money.
I can't believe that. Indiana's at 71. Wisconsin, Minnesota is at. They had to turn their heat back on.
Nice.
Well, if you had to turn her heat back on, and we're sitting here running the air conditioner full time on full blast all the time. It's hard to believe we're all in the same country, isn't it? Thundering. See, they're having thunderstorms. Well, when it gets so hot and then when the rain comes in, that's when all the tornadoes do their thing. That is so scary. We're gonna get a tropical storm or a small hurricane or something this year. I'm telling you, because that's the only thing that's going to get us out of the drought that we're in. And we're in level 3.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. And hadn't turned my heat on. Good idea. I've been under a heated.
Jeez. Sheesh.
Man, what I would have to, that sounds so wonderful right now when it's
I think
117.
I'd be opening up my windows.
I'd be so thrilled. I'd love to be able to open my windows. The wild turkeys have been visiting in the rain. Oh, how cute is that? And you know what? In Indiana is humid. And we just got all of our hummingbirds back. They're all back now for the summer. They just returned.
They're left.
Yeah, they didn't know. When it was cold, they weren't. Who I haven't seen is Norm. I wonder where Norm is at. I would don't you think that the perfect place would be a place of about 70 degrees all the time?
It's called San Diego.
Oh, they said that our average was 75, and I have a hard time believing that.
Yeah, I don't believe that either.
I don't believe that. I think our average is about 100.
It's not that hot.
Look, and all the wildfires. Oh, and I love all the wildlife. Sorry, but I was thinking of all the wildfires that are going on everywhere. That things are burning down, and I love the wildlife too. Donna has a crazy female hummingbird. It follows her all over everywhere. Wants to follow her into her house. And that's where the cats are.
That's crazy.
And that's kind of scary. So KMM, I will get your stuff packaged up for you, and I will send you an email when I send it, so you know when to look for it. You know what? I love birds. I love birds. Every once in a while, I get a cardinal that comes in and sits on top of the fence and looks in. And you know what they say about cardinals? If a cardinal comes to visit, it's somebody that is past that's coming to visit. I love it. They can all come visit. We could have a whole bunch of flock of cardinals in my yard. You are so welcome. So tomorrow, I'm not really sure who's going to get on the stand. I will be up early in the morning again. I will be on here. See, Woofy, cardinals, they say that cardinals are people from the past coming to visit. So I'll be on early in the morning again, and we'll go over a little bit of P as in P-E-E, Diddy. We'll do some of his trial on here. You realize that there's a lot of stuff. Kid Cudi's on tomorrow. That's right. That's right. That ought to be good. Yeah, I think he's
televising this, or
no, they're doing it where you have to read it, and
oh god,
yep, and it's 50 days of it.
Oh god,
It's all right. It's all right.
They can't figure out that he's a pervert and all this other stuff without having to go 50 days.
No, they've got to prove racketeering's the next thing they've got to prove, so they can put him in prison for life. Bluebirds are back and pleaded, and the woodpeckers. We had a big woodpecker that used to peck on the metal on our fireplace, and you could hear it coming down the chimney. Thump, 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 thump. It's like, what the heck? No, they should be coming back here pretty soon. They say you can put ghost peppers in those little woodpecker holes, and they won't do that. They won't peck them. All the friends need to go to VC at Linda's server to meet. I would love to do that, but I got to tell you, I am really, really tired. I didn't sleep very good last night. I rolled over and looked at the clock, and it was 1:30 in the morning, knowing good and well I had to be up early to be on here. It was all right. I made it with a lot of coffee. But I would like to tonight. Yeah, I don't know, Royal Apple. We're all getting tired. They're probably gassing us with tired gas or something. I just don't even trust the government anymore. It's sad to say. But I will be up in the morning. I will be up in the morning to be with y'all so that we can go through the diddler Diddy demon Diddy, itty bitty demon Diddy. Hey, there it is. There's his name. Itty bitty demon Diddy. I love it. That's his new name. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. You know, I'm telling you, Spudsy, everybody is talking about how tired they are. And they wake up and I can smell that they're doing the pesticides for the mosquitoes. I smell that coming through my vents, my air conditioner vents. But, right? That's it, guys. That's his new name. That's his new name. He did it. Yep. Itty bitty demon Diddy did it. He did it all right. He did everything. But then he's going to pay for it. He's going to pay dearly, guys. He is going to pay so dearly. I want him to be able to spend some time in prison. I want him to torture him a little while before they knock him off. He's going to be knocked off, but I want to see him tortured a little bit. Is that bad? Maybe I shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, that's pretty mean.
Well, he was horrible to everybody. He thinks he's God.
Yeah.
And above the law, and can do anything he wants to anybody he wants to.
He's a sick man.
He's a sick man.
Hopefully he'll get help.
Oh, he's going to get a lot of help when they send him away. They'll help him.
Send him away.
They'll help him with a pillowcase full of rocks. They're gonna beat it into him. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. You know that's gonna happen. And you know Contraband is in the prison right now, and they're all watching this. You know they are. They're watching it. They know what's going on. There's some of them are probably sitting there going like this. When's he coming? When's he coming? Oh, you know what? That's more like it, Whoopi. He'll piss on the wrong one. Right? Gosh, he was demented, man. He was the orchestrator. He was the director, the producer, and the writer. You know, nobody wanted to give him a producing job in Hollywood, so he decided to do his own. You know what? Carmelo Anthony's in big trouble, and that one, my friend, will be televised, and that one we will walk through together. I'm really looking forward to that one. Of course, they don't even have a court date on that. I think they're waiting for people to settle down a little bit on that one because there's some mad people. But we'll walk through that one together. And we'll be able to watch. I want to see Diddy's face. You know, that's what I missed out on. We're going to watch that one. I wanted to see Diddy's face when all these people walked in, when Gene Deal walked into the courthouse. I wanted to see his face when he saw a Jaguar ride and he saw these people testifying against him and Cassie's mom talking about all that stuff. I wanted to see what his face looked like, but all we can do is go with the people that are in there and listen to what they say. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. So there's one person, and I keep hearing it from the people that are in the courtroom. There's one person on the jury that isn't believing all this stuff. Looks like she doesn't look like she's supporting him, but she doesn't think that, it doesn't look like she's sold that he's a demon and he's guilty. Yeah, one juror, and that's all it takes, guys. One, and then it's a hung jury, and we start all over again. So let's hope he doesn't. Let's hope that he doesn't get out while they do the retrial. Itty bitty demon Diddy. That's gonna stick in your head forever. All right, guys. Love you. See you in the morning. Have a nice night's sleep. Take care. You guys up there in those storms, buckle down the hatchets and be safe.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all.
From shady news to crime so rough, you already know we just can't make this stuff